Be your own lighter. Hey there, Eurovision fam! The stream is back. The weekly Sunday stream from the Eurovision fam community is back. It is so great to see you guys after the second massive Super Saturday of the season. This is Short Cake ESC here. Third, I'm sorry, dissociation, you guys. But third, it is the third Short Cake ESC here, aka Jordan, writing for the site, joined by
Lily Love Stuff, welcoming you guys back. I just realized like my nails look awful, so I'm gonna keep my hands down today. Yeah, so we had our third Super Saturday. Luckily, it's our last Super Saturday. Like we have other national finals happening on other days, same day.
But they peter out.
If it's only one, if it's only two, I don't care. I'm not calling
it's not super until it's like 4, in my opinion. If we're hitting 4, then we're kind of in super.
I mean, we hit. How many do we have? 3, 4. How many did we have yesterday? 3.
We had 6 total, I think, because Iceland and Sweden were just semi-finaling still. But
I don't care about that. Okay.
We did get 4, so 4 selecting countries is a pretty significant Super Saturday.
Yeah, but we got a lot of stuff to get through today, especially because our site was on and popping. So if you haven't watched it yet, here on YouTube, I have a link in the description box as well. We did an interview with Bosnia from Sanremo, Giovani. He was a competitor this year with a song that I think we both really enjoyed. I know it's on my main playlist for like 2025 already.
Same. Bosnia, keep an eye out for him for successive Sanremo years, because I think we're seeing a pretty new, unique talent, which, Sanremo stage provides a really good opportunity to show. But yeah, we did have a very, very big week on the site, you guys. So I do want to give an incredibly big special shout out to Brooke and Kevin, who have taken on the helm for our Sanremo coverage. Not only do I think it was probably the most comprehensive national final coverage that we've had this year, but I think in the history of the site, we've covered all kinds of things, or at least they've covered all kinds of things, from the press conversation against the public, as to what might be successful in the contest. We got our first Italian interview, as Lily had mentioned, gender inequity when you're analyzing Sanremo songs and the type of results they get, night by night breakdowns, analyses, and explainers. And we, as I'm just looking through all of this, they are so incredibly detailed. They are so well written. Awesome job, you guys. This has just been an incredible week of coverage for Sanremo for us here at the site. Incredible work. It's so awesome to get to work with you. But with that said, we also have an article as well on EUROVIZIJA.LT in Armenia, which is happening right now. We're going to probably be getting the result during this stream, and my Norway explainer.
Those two are there as well.
Those two are there as well.
Yeah. I don't know what to say other than it was a busy time on the site, but like he said, like Jordan said, we do have Armenia still going. They're doing another recap right now. I have it like in another window, kind of watching out the corner of my eye, and it's been an interesting show. We'll talk about that later.
I can't wait to go back. I cannot wait to go back and watch.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet, so no spoilers for Jordan until we get to the winner.
No spoilers for me. But you can announce the winner in the comments, and I would love to find out with you guys, but I will go back and watch the show with my own volition later on.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and let's go into other stuff that happened. So Friday night, Poland gave us all a beautiful Valentine's Day gift. We're gonna have Justyna.
Justyna's back, you guys. It's been 30 years.
It's been 30 years. 30 years.
Gosh.
So Poland is sending Justyna Steczkowska with GAJA to Eurovision. She placed 18th, I think, in 1995. Let's say 2025, but nope. In 1995, she placed 18th. What were you doing in 95, Jordan? Making me feel old.
Well, I think my parents were still dating.
Okay.
I was not born yet, but I would the concept of me was there, but not myself.
I understand
That's what I was doing in 95. Yeah.
What was happening in 95? 95, I was in preschool. I was 4. So I was in preschool. And if you follow me on TikTok, I did actually post kind of like a TikTok related to 94 earlier, or 95 earlier today.
You're a
So
millennial? What?
I know, right? I'm ancient. Sorry. Anyways, how do we feel about GAJA?
So, she has so much more stamina than I would imagine any adult really ever having. That performance was so incredibly intense. How are you literally just spinning on your heel, on the ball of your heel, belting? Like it requires nothing but extreme talent to pull this act off and make it look seamless. I'm
Talent.
just mental side by side, this versus Melodi Esa Diva. Just think they're both kind of going for a similar impact with a similar level of talent, but effortlessness was factored in only to Poland's performance. This was a moment for her. It's a moment for Poland. What do you have to say?
Justyna and Ruslana make me think of the same. Like they have the same kind of like, how are these two women still able to do this at their grown age? And I don't mean it as like it's nothing but impressive to me. Like they're honestly both like powerhouses of performers. There are girls like in their teens who could not do what they do. Fantastic performance, especially when she ascended at one point. And I was like, yes. And she ascended without like any safety harness on. And I was like, that is a bold move, Poland. That is a bold move, Miss Justyna.
She sure did that.
No, this is great. This was revenge for Witcher last year. Granted, GAJA and Witcher Toro sound the same. The same song in my head.
I mean, but she did the same thing. Like she literally followed the choreography and sang the song.
Yeah, she deserved to go last year, but she's coming this year for her 30th anniversary. So you know what? Yeah,
it makes more sense this year. I wonder if she was just like 29 years, like let's do this one that's like pretty good, and then 30 is when she was like, you know what? No, let's take it seriously this time. We're setting never aging siren witch from Poland.
Yes, 100%. We love to see it. We love to see it. Also, we have from Peter Hadich, Poland outsold the whole weekend. Wasn't feeling the choices yesterday in comparison to just.
We'll get to yesterday.
Agreed, 1,010%. Like, yeah, Ahuri. The woman did everything possible during the performance. Boo, she needed to qualify. If only all she did right now. She almost fights all the elements except for water at this point. She can fight the water. She's GAJA. She's honestly, Mother Earth. Like, come on.
Yeah. She has a couple months until she decides, you know what, I'll fight water at Eurovision. And then she will have covered everything.
She is the Avatar. Let's roll. Let's go. Can we get a season of Avatar based off of her?
But she was like, you won't wait 100 years, you'll wait 30. That's less than a third, you guys. Like, come on. And where are you at? Like,
come on, Aang. Up it. I mean, they are making a new Avatar cartoon.
But it's okay. We got Mawat and Benidorm.
Yeah.
So
we're having a very Avatar time. We're getting results in Armenia, so I'll let you know what happens here. They just pulled up the scoreboard. Okay, so I think we're on the same page when it comes to GAJA.
We are.
Great.
But also, Poland, keep hosting a national selection like this, okay?
Yes.
I was really happy. I was really happy with the show. Awesome job. Awesome work. I like the staging angles. I know it was very ballad heavy this year, but I saw cohesion. Keep it going, girl. Keep it going.
Yeah. And I think it's the first time we've got a result at a Polish national final that we're okay with. Also, Sarah, I don't know why you withdrew. Yeah. I would love to see you show up, though.
Show up. And Milena, you and Milena come back in the same year. I want to see you two fight for top 2 again. Like, that will just be magical to me.
Could you imagine?
Right?
Could you imagine?
That really will be perfect. That really will be perfect for me. 21 was an incredible year.
Poland was an amazing national final. 100%.
Yeah. For sure. I think one of the best of the year so far. They had one of the best pull-off of the year.
Yeah. It wasn't a very big selection, but like it was a nice, solid grouping of songs. Nothing was terrible. And there were a couple, like, what was a Swada and what's the other name?
Swada Nichosh.
Yeah, like I like that one a lot. I thought that was really cool. The staging was a little live, but I think it's a really cool song in studio. And with like great polishing, that could be really good.
I want them to come back. They have something special.
Polish people, my country, are also praising mostly the result and overall level.
You guys are going to get
want
top
to see
10.
a national final with good results. In this abysmal year, yes. This year is not shaping up to be very good. Right. So what are we moving on to now?
Well, okay. So Poland was first. I believe Estonia was approximately next. Armenia, huh? Okay.
I'm looking at the results in Armenia. The way they're reviewing the points is like in running order. Why are we doing the points like that?
That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's weird because it's like in the running order. It's really odd. I'm sorry. I'm just waiting for Athena to get her points and see her shoot up the board. All right. So what are we doing? We are
Estonia, I believe, was next proximally
yes.
to Poland because it is the one that started next. Yeah. Estonia, you guys. So the predicted winner won the show. We are getting Tommy Cash Espresso Macchiato. How's Armenia doing?
Athena's about to get her points. Right now, she's the only one who hasn't gotten any points yet. And she just got third. I don't know if this was the televote or the jury. I can't read Armenian. I'm sorry.
There's going to be the Queen Nation for Armenia. That's just the feeling I get because
I feel like that's about right. I don't know what's happening.
Who's current runner-up?
I can't read Armenian. I can't tell. I honestly, genuinely cannot tell.
Armenian is quite unique.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so Laurenti's translating. Simon just won the jury. So that was the jury points. Athena came third with the jury. Okay. And second place is Parg. Yeah, Parg is second, and Simon is first. So yeah, we'll see what happens in Armenia. Anyways, we were talking about Estonia.
Estonia, yeah. So feel free to just interrupt when we get the winner. Like, just interrupt whatever we're saying when we get the winner, because that's also coverage, you guys.
I don't mean to be like, this is just not my taste in music. It's never going to be my taste in music. Europapa eventually wore me down, because at least like Europapa had like deeper kind of meaning to it. I'm sure someone can like make up some BS meaning behind Espresso Macchiato, but I'm just like, really? But it's like one of those things where like, this is the music the man makes. He's being true to what he does.
That's true.
But like what he does, I can't stand. Like, it's just my personal taste says I don't like this man's music.
Yeah, he's the Estonian delegate in that group chat of men, if you will, that all kind of do this similar Euro dance.
Who's in that group chat?
Stompy. Uno from Lil Big is definitely in that.
To be fair, he has worked with Lil Big, so 100% I can see him in that group chat.
But
he has worked with Joyce. Yeah, he's worked with them too. Oliver Tree. He's worked with Oliver Tree. He's worked with Katia. Like, this makes sense. Like, this is like this group of like, I can't stand the sound. Like, there's just, I don't like it, and I'm never gonna like it.
Like, it's kind of to the point where it's just like, it really doesn't matter how fun or nice of a personality you have. If you have this music that's deeply irritating, it will affect your overall image with people. I agree with you, but I also know that most of Europe, or a very, very good percentage of Europe, agrees with them, with their taste. The fact that they want parties that have this sound, the fact that this thing does kind of identify what's fun for them. I get that. It's kind of like how we have Bad Country here in the States that a lot of people love.
So I'm gonna be started on. I saw somebody yesterday make a point on the internet, which is people say they want real country music back, like old school country, but they don't, because they don't want to listen to Orville Peck. They actually just want the same crap they've been getting. But you have an artist who's actually bringing you old school country, but you don't want to listen to him because he's gay. Just saying. Anyways, Diego Rodriguez says, even people who like the song didn't care about the performance. I'm sorry, this looks like one of his music videos. the performance was the same as like what I would expect from him. So if they like the song or they just like don't know what the stuff he does is, like
maybe
again, maybe one of those things like I know because my sister listens to him. My sister likes this kind of like electronic dancey. I don't like this personally, but this is like
lyrically
her
very
kind of
thin, lyrically just kind of anemic.
Yeah, that's why I recognize her work. I recognize him as from her.
A lot of my old European classmates from back in college, this is the kind of music they would listen to. So it's like it has appeal, it has a market. We're not that market, or at least you and I.
Yeah. Mark says, honestly, Tommy Cash is the epitome of a straight man being celebrated for doing the bare minimum.
And we'll get to Sanremo, don't you worry about that. But
oh my God.
But with Tommy, I don't. Okay, so I want to separate him from 5 Minuten Pull-Up last year, because last year, even though it was sillier, even though it was very man forward, the message was nice. There was a lot of good character in it, and it felt very warm. It didn't really feel like you could get it from anywhere outside of Estonia. This song is just, it has that European genericness to it. It has that cheap beat, cheap lyrics. I'm here to make money, make people stomp around and have fun kind of thing about it, which I mean, you have high art Europe and then you have low art Europe. Just divided based on your own education.
And Marlene getting 7th is a violation of the Geneva Convention. Agreed, Aria.
When is Estonia going to do it? When is Estonia going to send something like that? Because there's a song like this in Eesti Laul every year, which is high art, which is very complex, lyrically very nice, and is typically women-led. When are they going to do that?
Oh, Athena lost, it looks like.
To whom?
Who won? Was it Simon who won? I can't tell.
I can't believe I'm finding out the Armenian result right now.
We'll see what happens. Okay, so Simon was in first, Parg was in second, Athena's third. So it looks like Simon will be going, yeah.
Simon sings which song? I Papare Bye. Okay.
Let's wrap up talking about Estonia and then we can talk about Armenia. Are you okay? You look shocked.
So I just remembered what this song was in Armenia, and this is my live reaction. Setting that aside for a second, to finish wrapping up Estonia, generally I was pretty happy with the songs that I like, except my winner. Girl, what the hell was that? What was that? No, back to the drawing board. Timeout, face the corner for 3 days. Ugh. What do you have to say? Okay, yeah, what do you have to say?
Elisa, up and give nothing, but give us everything at the same time.
Am I Dead Cigarettes? That was one of my favorites of the night because it's exactly what we want from her. That's what we want. She gave it to us.
The lyrics of that song are so odd, but I'm sitting at work singing it. I'm like, you know what? Estonia, be brave. I want her to come back. Estonia, like, let her come back with something along the lines of Bad Philosophy again.
Something that just sounds like it has a karaoke track and nothing else. Something that sounds like it was recorded on a Nintendo DS.
You mean the Armenian National Final? The whole thing?
I cannot wait to go back and watch this. I cannot wait.
It's so campy. It is so campy. I'm telling you, like it's like.
I'm surprised. Just thinking now, Armenia picked that after their trajectory that they've had for this last number of years. It's a little startling.
Poetry. Am I Dead Cigarettes?
You know,
I mean, it's better than No Need to Be Depresso. Like, what was it? Depresso? I don't remember.
Depresso, yeah, is the lyric at the end of that song. But at least the last to know has a bit more of a message than Espresso Macchiato, even if this is the do nothing girly, you know?
All right, winning son. I'm tired. Oh my God, I'm tired. In the ESC world of straight men doing the bare minimum with bad vocals and getting away with it, but an AFAB person has one single off-key note, they're flop them over it. Well, misogyny is a bitch, and we don't like it. I hate it too.
We had someone who was AFAB in the show.
Yeah, there's plenty of AFAB people in the show. AFAB just means assigned female at birth.
Oh! I totally thought it was a completely different acronym. I'm sorry, but
yeah,
okay,
it's cool.
No, yeah, we saw
Armenia's
that.
not done yet. I don't understand what's happening. Oh, I guess there's more points coming in Armenia. Whatever. I don't know what's happening.
This is chaos. No, but like if we're talking about Estonian misogyny, I'm telling you, just wait, because Italian misogyny is coming up next. And Estonia,
we can talk about Italian misogyny, baby.
We could talk about. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's talk.
I hope Italy flops this year. I'm tired of Sanremo misogyny. Even the audience.
Misogyny Italia. Yeah, that's.
We have an article about that on our website.
We do, and it's very well written. So go check that out, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. You're cool, Peter. You're cool, Peter. We didn't realize.
No, like I don't.
Okay.
We can't read Armenian. Like we don't know.
I'm just watching out the corner of my eye. It seems like there's 2 juries and a televote. Yeah.
2 juries. Okay, so okay.
I thought that we got somewhere with Angelina Mongo. No more mediocre white men. Say it with me. You know what? Somebody on our team pointed out last night they only gave her a pass to win because they keep mentioning her father in every breath. So that's why I don't understand. I'm also results. I'm sorry. LOD. Goddess.
When is she going to be paid? When are they going to pay her? They owe her.
Her and Achille Lauro on Friday night made at least 12 bisexuals. They are out here ensuring the community of Italian bisexuals is being restocked, and they were given dust. Actually, they came 7th, I think, on the covers night. I just
yeah.
So yeah, we had our top 5. Of the top 5, I thought Simone was gonna get it.
Simone, I gotta give flowers to Simone because Brooke was right. Lyrically, that is one of the most powerful songs.
It's beautiful. But and I was like, okay, clearly he's gonna take this. And so we get a battle of the twinks at the top. And I'm just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We got twink and like glam metal corpse paint, and the other one just is there. I will say this: I don't remember any of Ollie's song or of Lucio's song, but I will say this: I remember both their performances from cover night. I usually don't watch covers night, but
covers night's good. Covers night's good.
Covers night was good for both of them. I really enjoyed both of their performances on covers night.
Yeah. So the top 5, you guys, was revealed, and not a woman in sight until we get to Georgia, who got 6th. 6th? I'm sorry, 6th in her 30th. This is supposed to be the 30th anniversary of her victory, and she had the best song. In my opinion, she had the best song.
Yeah.
But we're back to Misogyny Italia, because I mean, like mango's a seasonal food.
No, because you said Misogyny Italia, and all I could hear is like Misogyny Italia with that tutto Italio.
Misogyny Italia, Misogyny Italia, Misogyny Italia.
All I could think of, I'm just like, yes. I don't know. I mean, I feel like here we are once again. Here we are once again.
I mean, it the thing is too, it's just the women had stronger songs this year overall. Again.
Yeah.
Some things about Sanremo is just used to piss me off and continue to piss me off starting this year.
Georgia had one of the most beautiful ballads. Apparently, televote pushed her out of the top 5. Well, televote can go choke on I don't know, a meatball. What's an Italian food? LOD says, Georgia, Noemi, GAJA, Clara, so many amazing years. Joan was really good.
Clara and GAJA got bottom 5. Did they not?
I don't remember. Bottom 5. It was a mess. It was an absolute
out of these 29.
Mess. It was an absolute mess.
I will honestly say 2 songs out of the top 5, if they had won, would have become my last place easily. Easily. And I don't want to say that for Italy. Ever. It doesn't matter how lyrically impactful something is. We're not looking just at lyrics. We're looking at the overall impact of it. And I mean, Simone had the strongest lyrical song of the 30, of the 29, whatever the case may be. But the composition was lacking in comparison. So I did put George's song higher than that. But his song did deserve merit, and I do believe he deserved top 5.
Okay, Simone had an amazing song. I can't insult this, and I know it wasn't. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I can't read. Simone had an amazing song. I can't insult this, and we know he wouldn't have gone to Eurovision. Honestly, Fidesz said he wouldn't have gone. We don't know if Ollie's going or not because there's tour dates.
Yeah.
Like,
imagine if it all dropped until we got to Georgia. Imagine if they all dropped until that happened.
And Georgia was like, no. I'm good. And then
but then who would have been? Who was 7th? I don't know. Like, until we get to like Elodie. Come on, like all 11 of you reject until we get to Elodie, because Dimenticarsi has pretty good odds of doing well at Eurovision. But that song is dead now. Parg won. Parg. Which one was Parg?
Parg was the something fire
Survivor.
I think. Hold on.
He's the really pretty boy. He's the really pretty boy.
Oh yeah, he's cute. He's very cute. And I like the staging. It was very dynamic.
Well, this weekend has continued, it seems, but congratulations, Park. It's good to know that you'll be joining the lineup and get to experience Eurovision.
And it's not bad. It's not a bad song. It's not the worst one.
I need to go back and see the performance. I need to go back and see it because I would like to be inspired.
Well, the good news is he was the first in the running order.
Oh, that's been a trend this year. Mariana and Parg.
Yeah. Yeah, he was first in running order. Wow. He styled like kind of like a night sort of a thing. It's not bad. I mean, my
pretty
sister
thematic
watched
this year too.
Show with me, and she didn't hate him. So yeah.
All right, congratulations, Parg. Yeah. I can't wait to see.
Sorry,
to see what your performance looks like.
I have to. Yeah, I can't really say much about Parg to you because you didn't watch the show, but I think he's a deserving winner. He was very enjoyable.
That's good. That's really good.
Okay. So now, I don't know. Do you want to say? Do you have anything else?
On Sanremo, how do we think Ollie would do if said yes?
Okay.
If he decided to cancel the tour dates, how do we think that song would perform?
Very good. I could see it coming top 10.
Because I mean, younger Italian guy, emotional song. He's the center of the stage. No like extra fluff, which I feel like is going to be a lot of this year. He's going to stand out. There's not really anyone in the man ballad category right now except him.
What do his biceps look like?
It's really kind of hard to tell because even in the first night's performance, he didn't lift his arms very much. He was very much like this. So I couldn't even concisely tell you. But he's pretty. He's a pretty little young guy. I think he's gonna like get the teen vote. You know, he kind of has that teen heartthrob kind of vibe. But I think Ollie has pretty good odds of scoring top 5. Just thinking in terms of how I want to frame this entire year, because he's the only one to fill the male ballot slot, Marco Mengoni-ish.
Yeah, kind of you're right.
Strategy. I'm thinking in their strategy. That's what they're going to do.
If we scrap the song, if we somehow write a whole new song and he brings the people he performed with on covers night, that'd be more at my alley. But I think that's too many people on stage, so we can't do that.
It would make him less competitive. It would make him less competitive. But
yeah,
but I would enjoy that.
He'd probably do decently. I think he could do well. I can see him like doing top 10 easily. Yeah.
We need a revamp though. We need a revamp because the orchestra is a little much for me.
You know what? Here we go. Lorendi says, He's considering his arms. Gonna do some heavy lifting and gonna show the arms off once he gets there. He's gonna get 4th place.
He better do the whole thing and post a thirst trap 2 hours before the final.
Yeah.
He better go the whole mile.
But yeah.
But then again, like, I don't, yeah.
All right, so we got another comment from Diedrich
mm-hmm.
with how will Kyle do? Apparently, he will revamp the song. He
qualifying.
needs to revamp the song.
I think he's qualifying.
Yeah, he's qualifying.
Gonna go through. Yeah.
MGP this year was some Danish BS.
What the hell, Norway? Vad helvete, Norge? Like, I don't understand what. Like, who was the recruiting committee? You know, like, who was on the selection committee this year? I don't know what the overall angle was going to be, but we were getting Chuck E. Cheese everywhere you looked, even to the degree I was getting popcorn in my shoes. Like, come on.
He's fine. The song's fine. The performance is fine. My biggest issue is live. I need him to work on his enunciation. Because I could not tell he was singing in English. I knew he was singing in English because the Norwegians are too afraid to sing Norwegian again. But like, I just had so much trouble hearing, like, understanding him.
I also have a feeling it could have been attributed to the mic feed as well, a little bit.
Yeah, maybe
a little bit.
I think the staging was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like a really dynamic, like, kind of like take on this sort of like thing. He's giving us like something high energy and masculine, which we don't really have so far yet this year.
Or from Norway,
or from Norway, yeah. It's like it's an interesting choice to do something like kind of like a poppy number for him. He wrote the song because his mom had cancer. Sweet, you know. Yeah, it's not a bad move.
Not so much about this isn't bad, but none of it I quite feel like is as competitive as it needs to be yet to like bring a sense of like a distinguishment to the performance. I still need that like extra factor to really have at least myself connect with it, but it wasn't bad. It was one of the best of the night. Dance break was nice. A lot about it I thought was very it hit a lot of spots, but kind of just barely checked off all of the boxes. I need a bolder pen in each of those boxes, not a pencil, kind of a thing.
I'm gonna not lie, his outfit though did make me think a little bit of Chaperone at the VMAs. I was like, we're just gonna do that.
No, I like that. I mean, it's artistic testament. The song doesn't. The songs are nowhere near each other's discography, though. Diedrich says Stig Karlsson selected their songs for MGP before resigning as HOD.
I knew it was gonna happen.
You chaotic.
Like, I gotta go.
You chaotic.
I gotta leave. They're not gonna like this.
You left us a clear winner. You left us a clear winner of MGP and / qualifier of Eurovision, but
yeah, Diedrich. I mean, Lighter does have a bit of antidepressant feel to it, so I guess Norway didn't take their meds.
But I think they might have switched their meds and then took them.
Okay. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I switch meds, I go on suicide watch. So Diedrich says some dark humor for you all. Diedrich says also, I think that some artists don't want to submit songs this year because of the ESC controversy last year and Israeli participation. Many artists are against it. I think that's why this year is not good too. I'm being 100% honest.
It's the EBU's fault. It is the European Broadcasting Union's fault. How has it been 3-4 acts who have come out back to their national finals and says, get a therapist if you're going to do this? Yeah, that was not okay. Last year, we're still dealing with the fallout from last year. Girl,
I genuinely don't know if it's because therapy is more okay to talk about now, or if last year was that bad, or if it's a combination of the two.
Porque no los dos. I think it's a both situation.
Yeah.
Because I will tell you, being red carpet in Madrid, a lot of those artists seemed very uncomfortable, very unhappy. And that also had to do with an unsavory player at that red carpet. But it was a very uncomfortable situation that they were in. They had to take on a lot more pressure than what should have been allocated for someone trying to perform a song. They did not have to be the political spokespeople on behalf of everybody suddenly, because this is not the stage for that.
Yeah.
Terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, but hey, that's where we are. So we've gone over all the results of the weekend so far. Actually, there's no other results this weekekend, so why did I say so far?
We didn't talk about Iceland. We didn't talk about Sweden.
We're gonna talk about Iceland and Sweden. We didn't talk about Lithuania.
Oh, that was one of the ones that I was consistently watching this whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Lithuania.
It's a good result too. I think that, it's not my favorite. Katarsis wasn't my favorite going in, but I think it was a good performance, and it's a solid song, especially when it really starts to get going. Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all. I think that we're going to see, I can see Lithuania qualifying with this. Yeah. I don't know where it's going to end up. I fear it's going to become 18th in the final, but I think it's going to make it to the final.
I mean, I would really like it if the stage show didn't kind of give we're rewatching footage of the funeral of Kim Il-sung. I really would have appreciated the less of a North Korean vibe in the performance.
Yeah, the styling's a little. Wait a second. I need to be myself and ask my sister.
But that's an easy fix, you guys. That is an easy fix. I like the song. I appreciate how different sections of it have different layers. The last part of it feels kind of like a chant. The beginning part of it lets you ride in very softly. Vocals were performed very well. Eye engagement with the camera was very well done. Solid composition, but it was not my favorite either.
Yeah, I think it was still good. It worked for me.
Yeah.
It worked for me, I think. Aria winning son. Lithuania has sent worse than this and did better, so I have no idea where this comes. You know
they have a very unique relationship with the contest, okay? The quality of what they put out doesn't line up with what the result they're going to get at all.
I feel like we're in this space. Well, with 30 in a row we're getting Lithuanian.
Wait, what happened?
Is this the third year in a row? Fourth year in a row we're getting Lithuanian.
Oh yeah, you're right, because 2022, Monica.
Yeah, Monica brought it.
23rd, Monica brought it.
Yeah.
Then 24. Wait, who was last? Oh my God, who was last year?
Sylvester Bell.
Sylvester. Yeah. Yeah, we've had Lithuanian this whole time.
Yeah.
And the super final was in Lithuanian completely.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy for what we got there.
Petunia, you can do it, girl. Don't give up. You can do it.
I believe you.
Monica Maria, I don't want to see you in that BS cowboy hat singing Tattoo. I want you to win. Duet. Come on, you two together. Enough of my ranting.
I love Lithuania, but it will depend on the mood of the public, because it could be either like Sebi and do well, or it won't qualify at all. I don't know where it will go. Yeah, I mean, that's also kind of just how Lithuania is a lot of the time. Where is this going to end up?
Yeah.
Because I thought Luke Talk would have done better than it did, but it still did, pretty good.
It still did pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to tell with Lithuania. With Italy, you could say the result is pretty predictable. With Sweden, the result's pretty predictable. Lithuania, there's a lot less of a matchup.
Lithuania will go through just because there's so few good songs this year. This gets there by default.
It's being pushed up from the bottom. That's what a lot of these songs are going to end up doing. Because I have tied last places right now. I think it's a 3-way tie for my last. And that's never something I like to say if we're only halfway through the catalog.
This year is a mess. This year is just...
See, I had a feeling it would be a mess, but I didn't know that it would be national finals that really got us to that point. I hope this is like 2019 and the internals show out.
We can only hope. I'm looking at... God. We almost have everything.
Sparkling water.
Me too. We're missing how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we got in Semi 2. We haven't gotten anything about Australia yet.
Uh-huh.
Or Georgia.
Australia, what is going on with them? Hi, Ruth.
They're lost.
What's going on with Australia?
Can you see her? Oh no, you can't. Oh, you're talking to your dog, not your cat, not my dog. My Rue's also in the room.
She's biting.
Oh, look at her though. Oh, she nibble. She give a nibble.
This is her first February ever in life.
Oh, did you give her kisses? Okay. Oh, we got the name of Czechia song, "Kiss Kiss Goodbye."
Oh no, we've had that for a little while. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't been paying attention.
They performed an acoustic version of it, I think, on Malta's semifinal 2. I have not watched it because I prefer to watch the studio first, but we have heard an acoustic.
Yeah. We have here. Dietrich says Marcus and Martinez hinted towards a future MGP participation during the final, saying they hope to experience Eurovision again. I think Norway should be like, y'all didn't want to come over here with us, so you can go hang out with Sweden again.
Mm-hmm. Or San Marino. Really quickly about Marcus and Martinez at MGP. Who clocked them like with the Bobby Sox performance? And as they were doing it, Bobby Sox, like one of them was just like camp.
I love her.
That's
so.
I don't have that many more thoughts on Norway. I just don't.
I'm ready to move on to the next thing
to
talk about.
Yeah.
I honestly, genuinely speaking, Diego Rodriguez says Germany could surprise us, at least based on what I heard from the discography of one of the artists.
Okay.
I have not touched Germany yet. I just don't want to watch a contest. I don't. My thing is, if it's like just picking a singer and a song, I don't want to watch it. I can't sit through that.
There's so little to analyze with it.
Yeah, I'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later, but let's talk about some stuff coming up next week. Or let's talk about, before we do that, Melody Festival, and I think it could have been an email. Once again.
Truly. It really, truly could have been. You guys.
So, through to the final, we have
was bad this year.
Grasula with Believe Me, and Nika Vikalder with Life Again. Okay. Dolly Style, though, did make it to the second chance round with their song. Yeah.
So
that happened. I thought Malu wasn't bad. 24 Karat Gold wasn't bad.
I thought it was bad.
But like, it made me rather listen to a better song about 24 carats by your mortal enemy. So, yeah.
Don't worry, every wedding I will ever go to in the United States of America will have that song. So I will pay the price, even though I didn't do anything about it. Malu, yeah, that was one of Malu's weaker performances, I have to say, in my opinion. Annika, I agree with going through. I agree with Annika.
Next week, we have, oh God, Mons will be here next week.
Oh, so he's not the last heat.
No. Scarlett is last in the last heat.
Yay, Scarlett!
Psycho.
Love you, Scarlett.
Heat, but opening the last heat looks like it's going to be Argan Varna. And if Sweden robs my Swedish daddies, I will be forced to riot. And that's all I'm going to say.
The section of this stream is going to be used in a Netflix documentary while their case is still going on.
The case is pending.
While the case is pending, yeah.
How she broke into the SVT headquarters and like changed the vote somehow.
It's like she said she was going to. She's been saying it. It's not a surprise, but I mean, come on.
I have a high tolerance for Schlager music. I like cheesy Schlager, okay?
Yes.
That's why my favorite song at MGP was Bobby Sox, because I just hear that sound and it makes me happy.
I mean, Eurovision is the only place and time where you would get that, and it would be not theme parky, you know? It's the only space and time. But Bobby Sox was not paid respect. They should have done better. Bobby Sox should have done better.
Yeah, the song low-key did sound like Take Me to Your Heaven, but that's okay, because at least it sounds like Christmas, and we need more songs that sound like Christmas. Honestly, Joyous would be a great song for Christmas. Okay.
It would be. It really would be. Who knows? It might come back around, kind of like Take Me to Your Heaven always does.
Dietrich, Imagine if someone has a Eurovision winning song, but it gets eliminated in Germany because they didn't like their cover song.
Dietrich, I don't even think this is an imagined situation anymore. I have a feeling this is just how it's going to go at this point, because I mean, like 75% of the national finals up to this point have kind of given us really either questionable results or a questionable idea of the future. So
Yeah.
I have a feeling the likelihood of that happening is a lot more likely and a lot less comfortable than we acknowledge.
Let's talk about something nice. Let's talk about something wonderful. Let's talk about Festival de Canção.
Okay.
Because we haven't talked about Festival. We're going to save Iceland for later because they have.
Let's save Iceland. Let's save Iceland. Yeah.
We're going to talk about Iceland in a little bit, but we need to talk about first semifinal of the Festival de Canção because we've been sitting with these songs for like a month and we've just been so busy with other stuff. We can't.
I've been wanting to talk about
things.
This. I've been wanting to talk about Festival de Canção. It's one of our highlighted selections of the year.
The first semifinal is Chico Gaiato singing "Ay Senhor." I think I can't read.
Ay Senhor.
Thank you. I need to make this screen bigger. Hold on. I'm sorry. I broke my glasses at work on Thursday, and it's been all downhill ever since.
That's not good.
I've been having really bad luck this week. I just blew up the screen even bigger. Okay. Rita Sampaio with Voltas, Do Nothing with Sobre Nos, Marco Rodriguez with Minha Casa, Margarida Campelo with Eu Sei Que O Amor, Josh with Tristeza, Capital da Bulgaria with Lisboa, Louis with Ninguém, Jessica Pina will sing Calafrio, and then Peculiar will sing Aramastor. So those are semi one. What is your favorite hanging out in semi one?
We're getting to favorite already. I just want to like throw flowers first.
We can throw flowers,
but you want to know favorite
like
first.
no, we can just talk about songs we like. Okay. I'm just trying to keep it focused, just a couple of songs because we got a lot of stuff to get through.
This is not FTC coverage really weak, you guys. That will be subsequent, but let's talk about what we like so far.
Yeah. It's an excellent playlist. I like, what was it? Mark, I've been listening to the FTC album so much more than my national final playlist. Exactly.
You're in the right place. You are in the right place, Mark.
Every song basically on the album for FTC is on my playlist for the year.
It's like, so impressive. Again,
once again. Peter Hadich, yes, Portugal. My favorite edition of Festival de Canção, but I've been listening to national final songs only the third year. Never mind, it is so good. It's a great playlist. Like, it's, yeah.
Philomena, you being at the end of each year with such quality music is a blessing that we are not thankful enough for.
Like, it's such a good playlist. It's such a good playlist. Like, other countries, and this is why, again, I'm like, I'm okay with Portugal winning again. I'm literally perfectly fine with Portugal winning again.
Please.
But yeah, do you want to like shout out a couple of songs first?
Yeah, so I'll shout out. Let's do 2 shout outs for this time around, and then we can revisit. So
yeah,
I really first, yeah. I do at first want to highlight. Let's see, among all of these in the first semifinal, Margarida Campelo, Esse Que O Amor. And the reason why I say that, I see that on Eurovision World, it's currently last in the semifinal, but it is so jazzy. It is so smooth. It's chocolatey. It's romantic. It has a good amount of lean into the well-roundedness of vocal harmony in most of the song. I like how it stretches and pulls. I highlight that one less because it's one of my most competitive ones, but more so because artistically, I feel like it has a lot more merit than is being warranted.
I'm
what would you say?
Out my first one. I don't know. Everything is good. I think I might be mixing up 2 songs. Josh, I really like Tristeza. I think a lot of people really like that one as well. I think it's one of the favorites, possibly.
It is one of the favorites to win, yeah.
But like, it just has a vibe, and I get why it's a favorite to win. Like, I don't know how else to describe it besides it just has this really great vibe to it that I'm like hanging out with.
Yeah,
and I would love to see do well.
God, it's so hard because I'm looking at these songs and it's just there's so much I can highlight about so many of these. But we do have to keep on time for this week, you guys, because we will do a deep dive. We will.
Yeah.
Don't put it past us. But that's your first one?
Yeah, that's my first pick.
Okay. My second one is going to probably consistently be my favorite throughout the run of FTC. This is Capital de Bulgaria, Lisboa.
I was going to say that one too. It's beautiful.
You guys,
it's so beautiful.
Not kidding when I say this might be my favorite song of the whole season. Something about it. It's just, I mean, I love location songs. I love songs that are about places. That's immediately like I'm in love with it. Second thing, it's female led and it feels cinematic. It feels like you're watching an indie film almost, in the way that it's trying to give you a very exclusive glimpse through the window impact of a certain person's feeling about a certain time and their sentiments and their desires. It is so well done, and the composition is so beautifully crafted. I listen to this all the time and I do not grow tired of it at all. Potentially my favorite of the season. Portugal, you have a lot of options, but this is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Diego, you and me. Hold my hand. Hold my hands.
Me too. Me too.
Okay.
Me too.
Hold hands. We need, like, we're gonna cry no matter what. But you know what? We're in this for Capital de Bulgaria. Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. Who do you? Oh my god! It's gonna suck so much when this is over. Not even so much that if she loses, but it's gonna be over, and that's gonna be worse.
Here's the thing: can other countries just poach Portuguese songs so we just have like an all Portuguese Eurovision?
No, the Portuguese would be like, "Don't defile me." And honestly, good for them, but Norway needs your help. Iceland needs your help. So many countries need your help desperately. Serbia needs your help.
I'm gonna shout out "A Minha Casa" by Marco Rodriguez, because
oh my god,
it low key is giving Disney movie soundtrack in the 90s, but I think it's so beautiful.
It's so pretty.
I love it. Like this, yeah. I'm not normally a ballad girly. I'm not normally a man ballad girly, but like,
yeah,
I really like that one. It makes me feel nostalgic immediately as soon as I hear it. But yeah, no, like,
this is like such a soft semifinal. I like it because it's. I mean, there are demonstrably faster, like higher paced songs, but the ones that are soft are just as competitive. And that's one thing about FTC. They pay respect to the ones that they pay respect to several kinds of emotions, not just like, "Ooh, we want dance, we want party." No, there's always complexity, always. But I mean, like that one, it was so sweet. So you guys, when I stayed on the Yurok Indian reservation, the only music I listened to twice was FTC, and A Minha Casa was one that basically almost brought me to tears. It has such a special kind of sound that only Portugal tries to pull off. You know, only they try. So awesome highlight. Yeah. That was a great highlight, especially because it's not seen as one of the more competitive ones. So far.
There's something about it. What was it? Laurenti had a comment. I think it was, Laurenti said Hercules after a few years in Portugal. Yeah, it's definitely making me think of that movie specifically. I think it would sound at place on the Hercules soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop out of the screen for a quick second. My computer is not plugged in, so I gotta plug it in one moment. But I won't turn the screen off. So continue.
All right, he'll be here for listening to us, or listening to me. No, I think it's honestly one of the best playlists of the year by far, and I look forward.
I think it's arguably the best. Like I would.
It's the best. Like
if we had
Portugal once again. Portugal once again is like one of the best national finals. I saw somebody say Vidbeer was weak this year, and I'm like, in what universe was Vidbeer weak?
It was just more contextually thick songs this year. It's a lot less of kind of like the Ukrainian like party vibe, less of like a big drama in the front vibe, more so stuff that you would need to unpack. So they're not really quite picking up on that.
Honestly, at this point, I say let's have Portugal win again.
Because they were an amazing host and they had no LED, you guys. They had no LED.
Remember when people were having a meltdown over no LED at Eurovision? You know what? They sounded stupid because I was like, and is the only thing you remember the LED?
We have to look at performers.
Oh no, we can't just look at shiny, flashing images. Oh, you know what?
That's never happened at Eurovision before.
You know what my real bold idea for a Eurovision is? Go back to old school Eurovision when the audience was just all dignitaries. Give me 1 year like that. You just have a curtain behind you.
Wait, okay. All dignitaries, curtain only, pure mic feed, live orchestra. We're going all the way back, you guys.
Give me 1 year of that.
Sweden, 1 year of that. Hun? Sweden, what do you got, hun? Huh?
Give me a single year of that again. Oh man, let's do it. Like, let's just see how it goes. Let's give that as a reset year. It would never happen. So much fun. It would.
That'll never happen, but just for the fun of it, they should.
Okay, so we need to talk about. I think only one country chooses their song next week, and that is Iceland.
Who would that be? Iceland. Okay.
Yeah. So, in the final of Söngvakeppnin, which is not a national final we've really spoken much about this year.
No, we haven't.
Yeah. So our finalists are August, Barney Arsen, Julia and Disa, Stebiak, and Tina with the song Vibe. Oh no, I'm sorry, Tina, and then the last act is Vibe. Why did I say with the song Vibe?
Because I mean, they sound like a song. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, your name is Vibe. I think that Vibe is most likely going to win. They seem like they have a much higher forefront winners here. I do know that Iceland got rid of the, oh my God, what's it called? Super final. So bless you.
Thank you. Because... But why now? But thank you. It's like you could have done it in a year when it really mattered, but thank you for doing that now.
Yeah. Iceland is just
they had a moment. They really had a significant number of years shortly ago in which like they were very competitive, they were very diverse. They had a lot of talent to showcase, they had statements to say. We are witnessing the decline once again of Iceland.
I mean, I think honestly, genuinely, it ties back to last year for them.
They felt it coming, but didn't do a damn thing about it.
But Iceland also kind of goes like up and down, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like there'll be a couple of years where Iceland is really good, and then they decline again. Mark says, I miss Iceland being shiny and horny. I think Iceland is best when they're horny and shiny. Well, no, Sister was also good, and Sister wasn't very horny, was it? I think Iceland does best when they go familial.
But I mean, these are two different strengths that they both can possess. Hey,
like Iceland is good at. Iceland does their best for me when it feels like a family band doing family band activities, and I'm including Hatari in that. Because really,
they are a
family band.
They are a family band, yeah.
Like I honestly don't know what I'm gonna say with this. I think our Vibe brothers, that could work.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all, actually, come to think of it.
They look like they are to me. I can't tell you, but I think they look like they're siblings.
Would they necessarily be, I guess, like the ones you want to highlight in the final?
I don't really want to highlight anyone in the final. I have no thoughts that are positive concerning Norway, concerning Iceland this year.
No, I mean, exactly. Like, what has happened in... I mean, we all have a pretty vague idea. We have a vague idea of what has happened, but...
All the Nordics except for Finland fell off a cliff. Like, let's be 100% honest. It's just been like, whatever. Like, let's splat. Denmark was already at the bottom of the cliff, looking up, and now they're being joined by their brothers, their former colonies.
Have yet to address Denmark and DMGP. We have not discussed them at all.
We'll talk about that later. I don't want to give them any more attention than I have to. because I just don't.
We're witnessing the musical dissolution of Denmark.
Good.
It's going to be almost nothing but, we're closing with nothing but the Nordics and Portugal pretty much this season.
And you know who's going to win that fight?
We know who's going to win that fight. Like, it's going to be a Kill Bill situation, but Denmark. We still have Denmark. We still have Iceland and Sweden.
And we'll see what Germany does. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Germanics. It's the Germanics and Portugal. That's who's left.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find a calendar. At this point, I'm just kind of like,
Yeah, I don't know if anyone who's watching has been like punched in the head before, but what it feels like kind of depending on the angle that it's coming from, sometimes it's like slightly disorienting and you feel your sinuses kind of like swish around with blood. And then you kind of feel like your eyes go in different directions, and then it hurts after a couple seconds. That is what I'm kind of predicting the next couple weeks are going to feel like as we get these songs getting punched in the head.
Mark says, my guess is because of last year, no one in Iceland wants to compete. Plus, Dathi, Hatari, and Sister are all pretty politically sane and have morals, so there's no chance they'll be back.
They did what needed to be done. They did that already.
They did. I mean, maybe like in the future I can see. The other problem is like it's just like when it comes to Iceland at Eurovision, they tend to be very, what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm sorry.
One second. Hold on.
This probably isn't the word you're looking for, but Iceland and Eurovision, when they're coming, I feel like I almost want to use the word gimmicky. And it's because, I mean, although you can argue that other countries send gimmick to Eurovision, Iceland, they throw on too many different kinds of hats for it not to be kind of like a main attraction. What I call 24 gimmicky, no, I have a feeling they had something to go along the lines of doing something very monumental and making a statement that could have really changed the face of last year's contest. They didn't. And instead, they went for the thing that's closer to gimmicky.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think Iceland needs a couple of reset years. Which makes me sad because I tend to really like Icelandic music. And the Icelandic music industry is very insular. Like everyone knows everyone in that music industry. That's part of what makes it so cool. That being said, we just gotta wait and see what happens. Like I think that the fact that their broadcaster gives the artist the final say on whether or not they're going to compete. I think they even said that this year as well. That's a good sign. However, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't sit everyone like, we'll see what happens. But I think that Iceland needs a couple of years to reset, reevaluate, and then come back out of the contest. And just unfortunately, this is another reset year.
Yeah, I just would really appreciate for there to be a Söngvakeppnin where it's just like all the songs didn't sound like they were written on the same Saturday. I feel like the songs were so rushed. Everything about those songs is rushed. Even the ones that I kind of like more than others feel rushed. They feel songwriter camp. They feel like this is meant to go to television within Iceland. But there's nothing in the lineup that Iceland can send that is just like, this should win Eurovision. They don't deserve it.
And that makes me upset. I'm like, everything that they have, the best I can see, the best I can see them placing is like 15th in the final, maybe more like 20th in the final. Like one of those songs that makes it to the final, just so that way one of the big five don't come last.
Yeah. So I mean, congratulations, Poland, for scoring top 10.
Honestly, congratulations, Poland. This would be a great year for a country that's never won before to win.
Poland's best result ever. I mean, I hope
Poland's
she
best,
beats.
that would be winning, because Poland's best result before this has been second place, I think.
Oh wait. You're right. Yeah, Tony. Yeah, that was in the 90s.
90.
Edita Gorniak.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this would be a good year for a country that's never won to win. Albania would be a great winner at this
That
point.
is like, that was a very early good selected song that people still see as competitive. So look out, everyone.
Yeah, maybe Czechia. I would love to get my Czech win.
That would be a good contest, but I can't wait to hear the song, because I know Adonis is a good singer. I know he's a good singer.
I've been listening to his other stuff a lot too lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I'd say Czechia would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
Albania would be a great winner at this point.
Oh my God, they would be amazing.
1, 2, 3. You know, we don't have all the songs yet, but that'd be. I can't see Croatia choosing someone that should win.
Croatia's not winning. They're not winning.
Portugal's already won, so they wouldn't be a first-year winner.
I feel like France has a toe in the door.
They have a toe in the door. Armenia is not going to win.
Australia, where are you at? Like,
we'll see what happens with Australia.
Where have you been?
If Georgia brings something worth it, I'd be down for a Georgian win. Malta winning.
A cheap country who loves me. Did you just say Malta winning? I would die. I would die so hard. Can you imagine if Valeta hosted for the first time because of cunt? Mariana, just know that we love you, girl. Congrats on surviving that car crash. Congratulations, Mariana car crash Conte. Like, I'm sorry, that has to have been the craziest 24 hours out of anyone in the country. Getting up, getting on that.
Malta's not winning with the staging.
They have time.
I'm not saying that they have time to get it together. But I don't think they deserve to win with that song either, but how funny would that be? I'm just thinking, like, who hasn't won before? Who would be okay with having a victory? I wouldn't be angry if Malta won somehow. I would think it was hilarious, personally.
We've seen them host Junior. And they're fun. They're a fun bunch.
But, I mean, I'm down for a Czech win. What did I say? Czechia is going to win it this decade, and I only have, 5 more years left?
It's still looking like a correct trajectory for that, too.
Yeah. And then, let's see here. ESC Viral says, I'm super curious about Cyprus.
He was announced in like August.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be really hard to see. It's gonna be a dance song. I almost feel like it's gonna be a dance song.
Here's why I say I don't know. Nothing in his discography is anything I need. Like, listening to the back catalog, you know what? Let's see what he brings. He might bring a banger. Some people have one good song in them.
Yeah,
Rhymes.
I did not particularly like any of his music in the back catalog personally, but that's just my opinion as of now. Yeah,
what happens there? Albania.
Can San Marino give us a win? San Marino.
Honestly, iconic.
Girl.
Iconic.
216 entries, 215 because Grisana dropped.
So next week is a semifinal. So next week starts the semifinals in San Marino. So
first of 6, and they're 36 songs each.
You mean 6? There's 7 semifinals in San Marino.
There's 7. I can't do math, you guys. I can't do math. Like, what do you expect me to do?
So, the first semifinal is on Saturday. Then there's a semifinal on Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday will all have semifinals. And I think Saturday too. Let me double check. Saturday also has a semifinal. So it's literally like a week of semifinals. And then they'll decide on the 7th of March.
People are going to come out of that with mental illness.
Or the 8th of March, I mean, I'm sorry.
People are going to come out of that unwell. Like, I don't think anyone is feasibly able to sit through like 200, like back to back, day after day, songs in a row, rank them, compete over them, and or be the ones competing in them. Like, people are gonna walk out not okay.
Oh no, I'm looking at the calendar for this week. What's today's date? The 16th?
16th.
So tomorrow, so there's 2 shows in San Marino tomorrow.
Mhm.
2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday, and 2 on Thursday. And then they're gonna take a rest for a couple of days, like the Lord. And on Saturday, we're gonna get the first semifinal. And then Sunday the second semifinal. And then so on and so forth for 7 days.
What I love about San Marino is just like, you have no idea who's gonna show up. You know, it's a vacuum. It's a vacuum. It's just like, now the floodgates have opened. Whoever shows up is gonna get it, and it might be an act that you recognize, Achille Lauro or Megara. It could be someone who's like, oh yeah, you were in a previous national final. It could be like Jimmy Wilson and Valentina Monetta. That's who it could be.
Oh God.
I love you, San Marino. Never change. Never change.
I love San Marino so much. Like,
they have perfected camp, but not in a skilled way. They did it in a way that camp usually is made outside of the professional sphere, which is messy. Larindi says Power Rangers contest.
yeah. And then next Sunday we're gonna get these songs that are gonna be competing in the semifinal of Germany.
I don't like late reveal songs, Germany. I don't like late reveal, especially because you had a talent show coming up to this. Like, come on, girl.
I know. I don't like the talent shows. Yeah. I don't know what to say other than like, let's go. Maybe we'll know who Italy's gonna send next week as well. We've got other stuff happening. Yeah, that's about where we are.
That's the stream, you guys. I'm sorry that we were like overwhelmingly pessimistic and negative this time around, but you know what? Who doesn't feel that way?
Maybe
like,
it's mediocre.
Like, espresso macchiato, yes. Like, who's out here like hard? I mean, don't express any hate toward those folks. But this is weak, you guys. This is dire. This is.
I saw
EBU. If anyone on the selection committee, this can't go on. Anyways, you were saying, sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say I saw a comment from Melodi which stated, "It always seems that women have to do somersaults, but it's never enough. We are always
I see that too.
In the minority, and it makes us angry because we are not artificially inferior."
Does Elodie have a Venmo? I want to buy her lunch. Does she have a Venmo? I want to buy her lunch.
I mean,
the women outsold the men crazy this year in Sanremo. Crazy. But then again, Misogyny Italia, some things don't change, and Italians love tradition.
Oh man, Misogyny Italia, Misogyny Italia, Misogyny Italia.
Misogyny Italia, Misogyny Italia, Misogyny Italia. Carlo Conti. We're keeping an eye on how this is gonna go. Anyway,
Boz, I'm not gonna highlight what you said, but if that happens, yeah, 100%, 100%. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. If you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to hit like, leave comments, all the other good stuff. Subscribe here on the Eurovision Fam YouTube channel, and we've got a ton of articles, all linked below in the description box, and they're also viewable on our website, EurovisionFam.com. Follow us on every social media platform. We are Eurovision Fan basically everywhere. And we will see you guys again next week, where we hope we'll be nicer.
In a little bit better of a mood, but I think we will. We'll see.
Anyways, bye.
Bye, guys. See you next time.